Alright, let's get right into it. Number 1 money skill to master before 40. Learn how to quickly calculate the tip on the restaurant bill in your head. Calculating 20% of your restaurant bill is not hard.
All these Asian stereotypes, like Asian people are good at math. I didn't know that. In Asia, we're all good at math.
Just take roughly 10% of your bill and multiply it by 2. For example, on a $42.55 bill, 10% is approximately $4.20. Times 2 and you get $8.40. It's not exact, but close enough. This will not only make you look like a math savant, but impress your date and your friends when eating out. Number 2 money skill. Learn to cook a basic meal. Being able to calculate a 20% in your head is impressive, but do you know what will impress your date even more? If you can cook up a nice tasty meal at home. Not only is this good for your overall budget, but also for your health. Don't overcomplicate this skill. If you can cook even 1 or 2 basic dishes at home, that takes care of 80% of your food. Number 3 money skill. Basic negotiation skills. Get comfortable asking prices. Then follow up with, is that the best price? Would you take X dollars for that item? I feel that's a bit over what I want to pay. Could you do any better? Everyone should learn how to negotiate because almost everything outside of big retail stores is negotiable, which leads to the next money skill. Number 4 money skill to master before 40. Master the art of saying no. If the price isn't right for you, don't be afraid to walk away. You don't need to say yes just because everyone else is doing it. Building wealth is a lonely journey because not many are willing to say no to peer pressure. Get comfortable saying no to things that don't add value, experiences that you aren't excited about, and even people that drain you. Number 5 money skill. Learn how to quickly spot a scam. Too many people fall victim to money scams because we all want something that is too good to be true. If someone approaches you with words like a deal or free, be wary. As stated earlier, don't be afraid to say no. There is no such a thing as a once-in-a-lifetime deal. If they really have a valuable product, the opportunity to buy will come around again. Number 6 money skill. Learn how to read your pay stub. Understand all the line items on your pay stub, your gross wage, your tax deductions, and other deductions like health insurance and 401k. Don't just take your home pay at face value. By understanding how your pay stub works, you can control your net pay by controlling levers within your control. Tax withholdings or 401k contribution. Sometimes you might even catch errors made by your HR office. Number 7 money skill. Learn how to read and understand your company's benefits package. Talk to your HR manager. Most often, there are tons of benefits that most employees don't take full advantage of. For example, a flexible spending account, also known as FSA, gym membership subsidy, and even free counseling. Comb through your employee benefits package and check to make sure you aren't missing out on anything. Number 8 money skill. Learn how to negotiate a raise. It costs companies way more to hire a new employee than to retain someone. Gather specific evidence to why you deserve a raise, market data to support your number, and most importantly, specific examples of how you contributed to your company's bottom line. Managers have a very short memory, and unless you gently remind them of your worth, they'll quickly forget. But however, let's say even after you make your case, your current employer is not willing to pay your market worth. Then what? It might be time to look for alternate options. Number 9 money skill to master. Learn how to apply for a job effectively. Don't just blindly throw your resume around to every opening you see out there. Focus your effort. Identify your specific marketable skills. Narrow down into a few specific companies. Network. Nail the interview through good preparation and make the company want you, not the other way around. Number 10 money skill. Learn to track your expenses. This is the basics of good money management. If you have no idea how much you're spending and where your hard-earned money is going, you'll never get ahead in your finances. It's like trying to drive at night with your headlights off. Not smart. Use tools like Mint, a Google spreadsheet, or even a blank sheet of paper. It doesn't matter. Learn how to track your expenses so you know exactly where your money is going. You want to confidently be able to say this is my monthly overhead expenses when asked. Now, once you learn how much you're spending, you want to use that data to create a spending plan, or better known as a budget, which is our next money skill. Number 11, learn to build a budget. If tracking your expenses is like watching where you're driving, then having a budget is like having a roadmap for where you're going. It's not the sexiest personal finance skill, but a fundamental one. And don't overcomplicate your budget. I like to use a simple Google spreadsheet, but even a sheet of paper that lists out your fixed and variable expenses works. Number 20 money skill, know how to calculate your net worth. Net worth is a true measure of someone's wealth. Simply add up all your assets, bank account, investment account, your home net worth, etc. Then subtract all your liabilities, most often your debt. What is left over is your net worth. This is a main number you want to keep track of over time to measure your wealth progress. Number 13 money skill. Know the difference between passive versus active mutual funds. Active funds are funds managed by a fund manager. Passive funds are funds that simply track an index, an S&P 500 index or a total market index. When in doubt, choose passive over active mutual funds. Most actively managed mutual funds fail to beat the index. Number 14 money skill. Understand the different investment account types. Roth IRA, 401k, traditional IRA, brokerage account, etc. It can feel daunting due to all the different acronyms and plan types, but you can learn the difference. Anything that starts with Roth is after tax. If it starts with traditional, before tax. Knowing these small nuances could help you save thousands in taxes in the long run. Number 15 money skill. Know how to open up your own brokerage account. Don't outsource this. If you know how to order foods from DoorDash, you can do this. Pick an investment firm of your choice, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or my favorite, Vanguard, and learn how to navigate their website. Once you do one, pretty much all investment firms are all the same. If you need specific help, many of these firms have tutorials that walk you through the details. Number 16 money skill. Understand investment expenses. Essentially, how investment companies get paid. Not knowing how much you're paying to invest in a fund is one of the biggest wealth killers for many individuals. The key number you want to understand is the expense ratio, a percentage of the fund's assets that are used for administrative and other operating expenses. In my book, anything more than 0.1% is too much. My favorite index fund, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, has an expense ratio of 0.04%. Number 17 money skill. Understand the power of compounding. Albert Einstein said it best. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. Compounding can grow your net worth by millions or keep you in debt for the rest of your life. Understand its power and harness it. Number 18 money skill. Understand the rule of 72. Want to sound smart in front of your friends? Start talking about the rule of 72. The rule of 72 enables us to estimate how long it will take to double our money given a certain interest rate. You do this by dividing your expected rate of return on your investment into 72. For example, if we earn 8% annual interest on an investment, it'll take us about 9 years to double our money. 72 divided by 8 equals 9. If we earn a 10% interest rate on our investment, the time to double our money shrinks to about 7 years. 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2. Simple math, but one that can make you sound like a math savant. Number 19 money skill. Understand how inflation works. Inflation is an invisible erosion of your money's value, essentially your purchasing power. If you don't invest your money in assets that are at least keeping up with inflation, you're essentially losing money in the long run. Understand that inflation is a natural part of our current economy. Number 20 money skill. Learn how to design your ideal asset allocation. This is more art than science, but if you want a quick rule of thumb, use this formula. 120 minus my age, percentage in stocks. The rest in bonds. For example, if I'm 40 years old, 120 minus 40, so 80% in stocks and the remaining 20% in bonds. At age 50, 120 minus 50, so 70% in stocks and the remaining 30% in bonds. It's a good place to start, but you want to refine your asset allocation based on your unique situation, current and future income, risk tolerance, and other assets like real estate. Number 21 money skill. Learn how to rebalance your portfolio. Once you've set up your ideal asset allocation, with time it will deviate from its target weight. Your stocks will likely grow faster than your bonds, so there will be a time when you will need to rebalance your portfolio to bring it back to its original plan. Here are 3 most common methods. 1. Sell and redirect. Sell portions of your high-performing assets and redirect the money towards asset classes that you want to lean into. 2. Buy more. Buy more of underweighted class. You're essentially purchasing new investments to the underweighted asset class until things balance out. 3. Withdraw first. This method works best when you're in your withdrawal phase. Just think the complete opposite of method 2. Instead of buying more of the asset class you want to increase, you spend first the asset class you want to decrease. Number 22. Understand the rule of 4%. This is probably one of the most talked about rules of thumb in the personal finance and the financial independence world. Essentially, the 4% rule states how much you can safely withdraw from your retirement fund each year. Or another way of saying how much you need to save in order to retire. 25 times your expenses. There are a lot of nuances you need to consider, such as the sequence of return risk and your ideal stock to bond ratio, but it is a good rule of thumb to help you assess how close to or far away you are from financial independence. Number 23 money skill. Understand different asset classes. Most often when people think of investing in assets, we most often think of stocks, and maybe bonds if we're a little older. However, there are tons of other asset classes out there, such as real estate, commodities, future, and even cryptocurrencies. You don't have to be an expert at every one, but just recognize that they're there will provide you a broader perspective of the investment world. Number 24 money skill. Understand how different bank account types work. Understand the difference between checking, savings, money market, certificate of deposit, and hundreds of other accounts out there. The last thing you want happening to your money is to get lured by the high interest rate of CDs, but realize afterwards that your money is tied up for the next 12 months. Number 25 money skill. How to file your taxes. You don't need to be a tax accountant, but it's good to try doing your own taxes for at least 1 or 2 years. Taxes are one of the biggest expenses for many individuals, and knowing how taxes are calculated, and more importantly, how to reduce your taxes is a must skill to have in your toolbox. Number 26 money skill. Understand your tax credits and deductions. Tax credits and deductions are the main levers to lower your taxes, or sometimes get more money back in your pocket. Understand what is available based on the latest tax laws enacted by the government. The last thing you want to realize after tax season is that you left thousands of dollars on the table because you weren't aware of important deductions and credits. Number 27 money skill. Understand your health insurance, whether you're enrolled through your employer or on the open market. The terminology of health insurance plans can give anyone a headache. PPO, EPO, HMO, HDHP, etc. However, not knowing the basics could cost you thousands. If you're relatively healthy and don't visit the hospital too often, you might be overpaying with a PPO plan. Instead, you might be best served going with a HDHP, a high deductible health plan, paired with the HSA, Health Savings Account. Number 28 money skill. Understand how life insurance works. Life insurance is just as it states. Insurance for your life. For most people, a simple 20 to 30-year term life insurance is all you need. Don't get swayed by permanent life insurance such as whole or universal. Number 29 money skill. How to rent an apartment. We all need a roof over our head, and renting is the quickest way to get one. Understand the lease approval process, the term, the purpose of a security deposit, renter's insurance, and clauses around breaking a lease. Housing is one of the biggest expenses in most people's budget. If you don't get this right, it could have a detrimental effect on the rest of your finances. Number 30 money skill. How to buy a home. After renting for a while, you might want to transition to buying a home of your own. But the process can be quite daunting, so do your research. Understand steps like working with a real estate agent, getting approved for a loan, and getting homeowner's insurance. Don't take this process lightly or rush it. I know too many people who are struggling to move forward financially because they didn't give this process the attention it deserved. Number 31 money skill. How to check your credit score. One of the biggest factors to renting an apartment or buying a home is your credit score. You can get your free credit report through annualcreditreport.com, a site actually authorized by the federal government. You can tell because the website looks like it was built in 1999 and never updated. Another good resource is Credit Karma. It's not an official government-sponsored site, but provides you a good estimate for free. Number 32 money skill. How to fix errors on your credit report. When you look at your credit report, there could be errors that could affect your credit score. Learn how to dispute errors in your credit report by working directly with the consumer report companies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Number 33 money skill. How to use credit cards strategically. Credit cards can be dangerous if not used correctly, but they provide tremendous value if used well. Use credit cards to track your expenses, improve your credit score, fraud protection, and my favorite, travel hacking, which leads to the next money skill. Number 34 money skill you want to master is learn how to travel hack. Essentially using credit cards to stay at hotels and fly at a fraction of the cost. If you can use travel credit cards in the right way, paying off all the balance, opening them up strategically, and spending to maximize points, you can essentially avoid paying for flights and hotels the rest of your life. My family and I haven't paid for a hotel room or an airline flight in over 5 years thanks to travel hacking. Number 35 money skill. Understand the basics of an estate plan. You likely want to hire an estate lawyer to handle the mechanics, but you want to understand basics like last will and testament, a medical directive, and revocable living trust. The last thing you want to happen if something tragic were to happen to you is to leave your loved ones to deal with all the money and paper headaches because you didn't have an estate plan. Number 36 money skill. Recognize good versus bad money advice out there. There's a lot of money advice on the internet. Some good ones, a lot of okay ones, and a few very dangerous ones. Build your financial knowledge and therefore your filter to recognize advice you wouldn't touch with a stick. Number 37 money skill. Learn how to set goals. Zig Ziglar said it best. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. If you want to make movement in your life, learn to create goals. Both big audacious goals and small micro ones. Goals will help you stay focused and on track. Number 38 money skill. Build your discipline muscle. Jocko Willink said it best. Discipline equals freedom. Goal setting is great, but if you want to achieve them, you must develop your discipline muscle. Financial independence is a great goal, but discipline in your spending and investing is what's going to get you there. Number 39 money skill. Learn how to systematize. Essentially how to automate your finances. Want to really guarantee your money success? Remove as many barriers from the formula as possible through systems. Automate your bill pay, your savings transfer, and your investment contribution. Essentially, remove as much of yourself from the process of wealth growth. Number 40 money skill, and this one is my personal favorite. Know you're enough. Identify it and get comfortable with your enough. Joseph Heller probably said it best when his friend Kurt Vonnegut said at a party thrown by a billionaire. Joe, how does it make you feel to know that our host only yesterday may have made more money than your novel Catch-22 has earned in his entire history? Do you know how Joseph Heller responded? Yes, but I have something he will never have. Enough. Thank you guys for watching, and in the line of good enough, if you want to learn how to spend your money to effectively maximize happiness, please check out my video here. Until next time, all the best.